Greetings everyone, welcome to this advance. This game was played in the FIDE Grand Swiss 2025 with the white pieces. We have Vaishali Rameshbabu and she has been playing spectacular chess. She's on 2 on 2 and against her is playing Olga Badelka. This game is going to be very spectacular. She's very experienced and yes, let's see how Vaishali deals with her because Vaishali is the defending champion and it would do her amazing, like it would make her confidence like rise to the very top if she's able to beat and get 3 on 3, and the start of the tournament would be absolutely amazing for her. So let's see how she deals with it. So without further ado, let's start with this game. E4 d6, now d4 and knight to f6. We go into the perk defense. Seems like the king's Indian because here after knight to c3 we just transpose into something of the same setup, and after queen to d2 a6, and just here going for a4. I mean, you could go for castles here, but after castles f4, it looks very nice. I mean, when you just have the entire center, you cannot play this, but here you have to go for a move like this to try and just push that. And here after h4 h5 is coming. It just looks very nice, honestly, to go for it, but it's only for the short term. I mean, if you're playing a short game like blitz or bullet, this is absolutely amazing, but if you're playing like long term long games, it's not that amazing. Here after a6, now just a4 was played by her. Knight to c6, bishop to e2, and just castles. And yeah, the position is very fine for her. I think she can go and push it out right from the opening. Knight to f3, e5, and here we have d5, just taking enormous space in the center. Knight to e7, h3, and now just going for this knight to h5. And immediately as you saw as you go for this knight to h5, I mean, she's just castle's king side, and queen side castle is not that good now because you just give your opponent a little bit too much because you're constricted towards the king side. Now you give an option for them to actually push those pawns towards the king side and queen side and try and attack your king, so maybe not something you want to do. But here just queen to e8, and yeah, the position, I mean, as immediately as I saw this position, knight to g5 just came into my mind because you want to open up an attack towards the knight, and knight to f6. But now you can go for this very nice f4, e captures, rook captures, and h6 looks very nice, looks very nice. But here you could go for sacrificing that knight and rook a to f1, because here after h captures, just rook captures, and after bishop captures, rook captures. Your position is absolutely amazing. Pawn push is coming, bishop is already eyeing that, queen can get into the game. The position is absolutely amazing and the king is not feeling that safe. And you could have gotten all of this, but yeah, it's hardly unlikely that someone would actually blunder like this. But this was a very nice sacrifice, so I just wanted to show the line. But here after queen to e8, we have knight to h4, a different kind of way to play f4. And now just f5, we have e captures, g captures, and queen to d1. So she pushes f5 herself to not allow f4, but now just comes knight to f6, knight back. We have f4 by Vaishali, and e4. Now just going for this queen to d2, king to h8, and king to h2. Both players playing prophylactic moves because now here chaos is actually going to be ensuing, because here queen to f7, rook a to d1, and just b6. And this bishop is going to be on a very nice diagonal, feeling locked here a lot here. But here rook to g1, and now just comes bishop to b7, and with a move like immediately g4, instead of the bishop to b7, instead of a move like that was played in the game, f captures and h captures, and knight to d7 looks very nice because you can go g5. But after bishop to b7, bishop to c4 first, trying to put some pressure, but I think that was the best move in this position. But after queen to h5, now just comes queen to f2, just defending the knight, rook a to d8, and bishop to d4. So these bishop pair looks like bishop pairs from hell, and you have to be very careful if you want to survive bishop pairs from hell. Otherwise your position can absolutely be lost. Rook to g8 now, just opposing this rook and making the king feel a little bit safe. Here bishop to e3, bishop to c8, and now just comes this bishop back to e2, attacking the queen. Queen needs to move, and g4 finally going for that thrust. F captures, h captures, and just knight f to d5. This move just completely blunders the game, but you're going to have to see it why it works. So I'm going to ask you to pause the video, try and find out the only tactical shot which wins the game right on the spot, and see the entire line through. Have at it. So congratulations to everyone who's able to find this move, and the move is this spectacular knight captures on d5, because here after knight captures you have rook captures on d5, and you cannot capture queen captures on d5 because there is this beautiful knight to g6 check. Now if you capture, well, you're just very much lost. You have to capture, there is no other move. So here now you have to sack the queen, and after this very nice g captures, you're up a complete queen. It's completely winning, there is nothing you can do. So here after rook captures, bishop caps on b2 was played by her opponent, but unfortunately you're just a piece down and you have no compensation. So here just rook to h5 was rook to h5 was played by Vaishali, just completely obliterating, because rook to g7, g5 now, and now just d5, trying something, but it's not going to work. You can already see rook occupying the g file, rook is there on the h file, knight is coming in, pawn pushes can come. It's not a position you want to have just by move 30. Here just g6 now, a beautiful, beautiful pawn sacrifice here. There is nothing you can do. There is not even, you cannot even capture the pawn. And now just queen to f6 was played, but now comes this rook captures, and g captures, but you cannot even capture the pawn. So here d4 was trying to shut off the bishop, but now comes this beautiful move, knight to g6 check, allowing this to happen, because now comes a rook to g5, making room for queen to h4, and it looks amazing here. D captures was played, just grabbing back the piece. Now the material is somewhat equal, but it's still not, because queen to h4 check, king to g7, and knight to e5 check, opening up a very nice attack towards the king. And what do you do here? King to f8 was played, and now how do you end the game right on the spot? There is, this check is not available, you have to be a little bit careful, but you can actually go for queen to h7, and there is no way you can do anything in this position, because let's say if you try bishop to e6, this game can end in a lot of ways, and one of those ways is actually going for this knight to d7, a very nice royal fork, and if you captured, this would be checkmate. So that way you have to be careful. And if you play the bishop here, I mean, you could also go for this very nice check, because the king doesn't have any squares, because I'm covering everything. So here after this and this, I mean, you're just completely lost. Still, it would take a few more moves, but unfortunately it's also mate in 8 moves, because now if you go for the best defense, which is this queen captures, you just have to go back and you have to sack the queen, and after queen captures, you play bishop captures. You don't want to give the bishop right away, so here just what you want to do is maybe give a check, and you cannot block, because that would be checkmate. So here once you move, rook captures, once you go here, this check, and this would be actually checkmate. So all of this is available in the position, but unfortunately we didn't see anything, because here after queen to h4 check was played, just king to g7, and after knight to e5 check, king to f8, and Vaishali went for the kill. She goes for rook to g8 now, immediately ending the game on the spot, and Olga Badelka resigned the game. Vaishali is now the sole leader of FIDE Swiss 2025, and she has been playing crushing chess here. And yeah, queen is hanging, there is nothing you can do. I mean, absolutely really bad position, and Vaishali shows why she is one of the most attacking and ferocious and aggressive players of all time, and she is the defending champion and most likely can win the game. Definitely a spectacular start for her. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll be coming back with games like these, so stay tuned to the channel, stay updated, and I'll be seeing you guys very soon. Thank you all for watching.